Welcome to the Rue Neuve Youth Ballet's spring production of Enchantments, an evening of two fairy tales. For the dancers' safety, videotaping, flash photography, and use of smartphones are strictly prohibited throughout the entire performance. If you would like to purchase a DVD, you may do so during intermission inside the lobby. Thank you for supporting the Rue Neuve Youth Ballet, and please enjoy the show. So here we are again to tell a tale about our beloved city of Atkasia. Set long after the wicked but beautiful Queen Narcisse was overthrown, and long before the scorned dark fairy set out to destroy the city because King Adam did not return her love. Yes, many things happened in between that time to the town that was once drenched in color, but unfortunately, I can't say it was always filled with beauty. You know the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover? Well, that certainly rings true with this twisted tale. Now, I don't want to convolute things. However, sometimes the best things start with a little mystery and confusion. Which brings me to the first player in this deck of cards the universe obviously shuffled so thoughtlessly. Rogue Ellison, the charismatic storyteller commissioned by King Adam at the beginning of his reign to gift the people of Atkasia with one great work that could be cherished in the town for generations to come. He was an odd man, that Ellison. He had an odd sense of style and a rather strange demeanor. Loud on the outside, but it was very hard to gauge what was actually taking place on the inside. Ironically, the town storyteller was a very hard one to read. I guess that's why everyone was so intrigued by him. Did not make much sense, I know. But I guess everyone assumed it was so noisy in that mind of his with all those imaginative tales. He could rarely socialize the way everyone else did. Regardless of his rather bizarre nature, the women of Atkasia, whether they would like to admit it or not, took a liking to him. Was it his stories? Perhaps. Was it the fact that he never paid them any attention? More than likely. Miss Raven Dye, a free-spirited, offbeat teller of tales, an outcast, if you will, dancing to the beat of a much different drum, traveling alone from town to town, documenting all her life's journeys. Some were good, some were bad, whether it made the people in the country towns like her or not. Some said she aired her own and everyone else's dirty laundry. Some said she merely spoke the truth. She wasn't sure what the problem was, really. She did change the names to protect the innocent and added a few touches of fantasy to throw her readers off, of course. So, it's only natural that we find her watching and listening, intent on discovering the secret truths of the Atkassian Spring Awakening and their beloved storyteller at its center. Maybe she could learn a thing or two from him, or maybe he could learn a thing or two from her. Miss Eden Anderson, the black sheep of Atkasia. Well, more like the tan sheep. Not out of place, really, just completely disregarded. Sort of like a blank space. No more unnoticed than any unpainted wall. We're not exactly sure why she did not dress the way everyone else did. Was it because she wanted to be different? Was it because her family couldn't afford to dress her in fancy silks and tie her hair in colorful ribbons? No one knew why, and honestly, I think no one really cared enough to find out. So while the grown-ups didn't know she existed, among the children she did suffer the consequences of being different, because children do notice things like that. Young and shy, she was an easy target for bullying and had no true friends. But, a lot like Miss Daaye, she also watched, and she also listened. And what could come of that? Maybe nothing, but maybe something. So, are you confused yet? Yeah, I was at first too. Trust me on that. But just remember what I told you. Never judge a book by its cover, and no matter what anyone tells you, and regardless of how old you are, always be wise enough to read in between the lines.